It's a game where you, more or less, go into the street view of Google Maps and try to figure out where it is that you are based on the visual clues around you, such as street signs, geography, that kind of thing. I felt like it would be a fun game to play to follow up the most recent video I did, which was about the Sentinelese people who live on North Sentinel Island. And at the end of this video, I'm going to jump into Google Earth to look at North Sentinel Island with you, to show you the Primrose, which was the ship that crashed in 1981. I had a request via email to go ahead and do that. So, we'll do that at the end. But for now, let's go ahead and get started with GeoGuessr. I was thinking about which one of these I wanted to do. Now, world seems like the way to go. But to make it a little bit easier for myself just for today, I think I'm going to do the United States. That being said, the United States is a very big place with many different types of geography. So it might not be that much easier than doing the world version, but maybe I will get lucky. Who knows? So let's go ahead and jump in. For those of you who have not played this game before, you go to geoguessr.com or whatever the URL is, and you could play as a single player or in a challenge mode where you compare your score to opposing players. And I've watched people like the GeoWizard play this game before, so I have a rough idea as to what I need to do. But if you have any tips or any strategies or anything like that, then please let me know. And I think one day it'll be even fun to play this against each other. Maybe against like subscribers or what have you. So, alright, let's go ahead and jump right in. Okay, so already there's not too much to go off of here. I do see cornfields, but there's hills in the distance, which makes me think this is not the Midwest. And I know this seems kind of biased, but I'm already getting my home state type of vibes, like Pennsylvania, because this looks like a forest that you would definitely see in Pennsylvania. And right outside of the area I live in, Scranton, there's a lot of countryside, and so it's very common to see roads just like this with cornfields and some undergrowth here. And also the different mountains in the distance. These look like the Appalachian Mountains, if I had to guess. So I'm getting that kind of vibe. Let's see here. And how about that without even doing too much? This is Lewisburg, PA. That's where, so this is definitely Pennsylvania. That's awesome. Lumber Company Incorporated. Now I've heard about Lewisburg, and I know it's probably around Scranton somewhere. I've just never been there that I can remember. Let me take a look here and see. Let's move forward a little bit. Zoom out. Alright. I was trying to get a better idea. Oh yeah, here it is. So this is Schwartz Road in Lewisburg. Let me just go down here a little bit just to see if maybe I'm in a neighboring town somewhere. Let's see. not seeing too many signs around here. Okay, so let me jump in here. And let's head on down to Pennsylvania. And there's where I'm at right in there. So up there's Lewisburg. Okay. Yeah, so I've had to have visited there before then. If it's right down there by Danville. Alright, so here's Lewisburg. Now it said Schwartz Road. Schwartz Road. No pun intended. That is going to be like a needle in a haystack, though, because it's outside of Lewisburg. I think. Are there any highway markers, maybe? I'm gonna take a few minutes here to see if I can find some highway markers. Or a few moments, not few minutes. Let me see here. We'll go back. What do we got here? I don't exactly know what this means, but it's 100 and 110. I'm gonna just look at the map again and see if I can identify. Oh yeah, here we go. So it's 101, right? And then it says 100 and 110. I wonder if that means 101 is along this way. Is there a crossroad for Schwartz? Oh yeah, right here. Spruce Run. Spruce Run. I'm sure a few of you are probably yelling at me through the screen to go back and look at the crossroad. Alright, where are we at here? I'm getting all turned around. Where the hell did Lewisburg go? Alright, there's Scranton, so Lewisburg's right here. Alright. Let's see. So I'm looking for Spruce Run. I'll probably edit out some of this jumping around and scrolling just so you guys don't have to suffer it too much. So Schwartz Road, and then it says T410. I wonder if that's somehow something I can find on the map, because I don't see a Schwartz Road anywhere near. The Spruce Run maybe become something else later on. Or, I wonder if Schwartz Road like kind of continues elsewhere. Alright. Oh no. Let's do this. Can I go up this street here? Because I'd prefer to do that. Yes. So right now this is Schwartz Road. I'm wondering if, I mean, I don't know if it's like this in other states, but sometimes they'll change like the street name or whatever, but then they'll just never like change out the street signs. Sometimes that'll happen. So I'm wondering if that's the case here. Like I know Scranton just recently changed a popular, well not a popular street, just a well-traveled street into Joe Biden Way because of his ties to Scranton. And I know that probably wouldn't show up on a map. So, Schwartz Road eventually leads down here. I don't know. This doesn't seem like business, or at least not one on Google. I thought this would be some kind of lodge or something, but these are just apartments from the look of it. Yeah, if you guys ever visit Pennsylvania, this is the countryside of it right here. This is all what it looks like. It's just low-lying hills like this. There are exceptions to the different height of the hills, obviously, in different areas, but in general, everywhere you look is pretty much hills in the distance, and then you're in between those hills. And there's really nice scenery, and you know, it kind of looks all the same right now because this is a picture of the summertime, but it seems like maybe either these trees are being killed by moths or they are in early stages of fall, which is possible, I suppose. But yeah, normally in the fall time, that's when this area is actually pretty awesome because all this hillside will be all different shades of color, oranges and reds and yellows and so on. So that's when it really stands out. Otherwise it's just, well, green, which is good. Alright, yeah, I can't find a place where it turns into something else down here. This is my last hope. Ah, darn it. Okay. So overall, I'm going to say that Klein Road. No, I don't want to guess there. Yeah, alright. I can't find Schwartz Road, but I'm going to take a guess and say it's probably like one of these things here. And then it just trails off into something else. There's really no other roads that are branching off on the map, so I'm gonna say we're right here. That's what I'm gonna guess. Oh no, I was wrong. Oh man. Do you see what I mean by this? Look at this. So there's Spruce Run, right? Spruce Run Road. And then, just out of nowhere, I didn't even think to keep looking. So I was right, it does continue somewhere else. So, it's branched between two different things that aren't Schwartz Road. It just picks up right back here for no apparent reason. I guess this is Schwartz Run Road. This little thing here, but that also just doesn't connect. Like, that's so stupid to me. I don't understand that. Oh well. Well, close enough, I guess, right? Let's go on to the next one. Okay. So now this is very flat-ish, right? Yeah. Yeah, this seems like we're definitely in the south more in the fall time, and these pine trees do not look familiar to me. So I'm already thinking like one of the Carolinas, maybe Georgia, possibly, you know, more inland like Kentucky or something. Let's see. Oh, come on. Saratoga Drive and Palomino Trail. Okay. Oh boy, I have no idea where this could be. Did the world just change between those two pictures? Did you see that? It's like, oh look, there's like all this going on here, and then it's just gone. This is definitely an older picture, I'm assuming. I wish I could see that sign, but it's not there. Come on. Alright, what do we got here? That's cool looking. That's really nice. A pool area. Is this maybe Florida? They have an open pool area like that. I think this is Florida because of these trees right here. Yeah. I definitely think this is Florida. I could be wrong. This could definitely be a place I'm not familiar with too. It could be, I don't know, a part of Arizona or something weird like that. I have no idea. Oh man, I feel like I'm just stuck in some kind of community area. Is there a way out of this place? Is this a driveway or can I go down here? That's a parking lot, okay. Let me see. I'm gonna do a little jumping around here, try to find out where I'm at. Alright guys, so as I was jumping up and down the street here, which took a little bit of time, just trying to find a way out of this community center, I still haven't found my way out yet, but what I did find is this truck, and it says Florida, so again, my intuition was pretty accurate, and it says Wilkinson Septic Tank. Now I think Wilkinson's probably just a last name, but I definitely know that I'm in Florida now. I just have no idea how to get out of here, which I'm sure a lot of people in Florida have that feeling. Just kidding, just kidding. Oh wait, I'm out. Alright, here we go. I think I'm out, I have no idea. What's this here? Hacienda Lane. I'm looking for, definitely looking for a sign to indicate what town I'm in or around, and then sort of just going based on that. Everwood. So this is the community of Everwood, apparently, which doesn't help too much. What's this here? Lenine Woods. Whoops. Whitworth. big community area. Are there no towns or cities nearby? So I'm on a highway now. I've been moving for about, 3 minutes or so. I found this place called Victorious Life, but there's no indication as to what township it might be in. I would just start looking up highways, but I feel like that's going to be a pain. I guess I should get on that side of the road. So, I found this church here, the Auburn Pentecostal Church. I don't know if that's a town or what. Let me just look at this billboard here. Jackson Honda Super Center. Can't go in there. No. All right there. Do you see that? I can't tell what that says though. South Alabama. Alright, so apparently I'm on the borderline between Florida and Alabama. Based on that. Which is actually pretty helpful, because I was just about to give up and just throw a wild guess out there. But now, I know I'm between Florida and Alabama. So there's Alabama. I don't know if you guys can hear the geese flying overhead. Pretty loud. You know what? So this highway runs from southwest-ish to northeast-ish, right? So let's try to find some kind of highway. That's not really it. I'm guessing since it's in between Florida and Alabama, you got a lot of road here, obviously. It very well could be somewhere in this area. I'm gonna say it's probably, I don't know. I'm gonna put my guess right there. Let's find out. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. I'll take that. How about that? That's awesome. Are you kidding me? I literally just guessed. That's not bad. That is not too bad at all. I'm pretty proud of myself. I was only 19 kilometers away. Alright, this again is a pretty flat looking area already. Not very good looking building right there. Man, I have no idea what state this is. It could be maybe a countryside of Pennsylvania or New Jersey. We have a lot of these trees going on around here. Perhaps this is even higher in the northeast. I'm looking to see if I can get a clear view beyond the trees here to maybe get an idea of what state we're in. I'm gonna guess this is in the north, based on that that pine tree I saw, though. But again, I could be very, very wrong too. So. Where's the sun at? So the sun is... That's hard to say. Like east. So we're along the middle of the state, maybe. Or the country, maybe. I don't know. It's not a very flattering neighborhood, though. I know that much. It's just all run down looking. I can't tell what kind of flag that is. What the heck? Okay. Road ends. Alright. What kind of neighborhood is this? What's going on here? Like, look at these buildings. And why is the mailman there? Can we just talk about this scene for a second here? Some sketchy stuff. You got boarded up buildings, the mailman parked here, or mail person, I should say. And you're at some dead end street that's all run down. I feel like this is a very sketchy neighborhood. I mean, obviously, my mind immediately goes to places that have lost a ton of industry, like Detroit, and a lot of those other cities that have lost their business, or rather their economy, because of either industries changing or companies leaving towns for cheaper labor across seas. I was actually just watching something. What is this? This is trippy. I was actually just watching something the other day. I think I was just on this road. Maybe not. But yeah, I was watching something the other day about Detroit, actually, and how they're making a big comeback, which is nice to see. There's a lot of enthusiasm and youth, like rising in the area as far as contributors to the city, and people bringing arts back, business back. The downtown area actually looks really nice. So, oh, guys, I swear to God, I'm not looking this stuff up. It says Detroit Street. Now, obviously, it doesn't necessarily mean it's in Detroit, but I mean, come on. That's a lucky guess, if anything. Let's see. I'm assuming Detroit Street is in Detroit, though. So let's go up there and take a visit. I always kind of forget where Detroit is. It's Michigan, right? Yeah. I'm not going to find Detroit Street, though. But if I had to guess, Detroit Street's probably a popular street, right? If it were to be in Detroit, so it runs from south to north. And we can start to look at some streets that are running directly south to north. What's this street here? It just says 53. I would assume Detroit Street would be some kind of main ave, right? And there's a lot of trees in this area, though. So I would imagine that it's probably in here, maybe. I don't know. Let's keep looking for now. this is in Detroit, though, then I am a really good guesser. Oh, wait, what's that building say? Nothing there. This has to be it, though, right? I mean, you always kind of hear tales about Detroit sort of being, dilapidated in certain spots. Even though it's on the comeback, there's still different areas that are just known to be run down. I'm assuming that's what this is, though. I'm trying to find a business that'll give me the city so I can confirm. But, I mean, this does kind of have the layout of a northern, area, based on the forests. Or not the forest, the trees, right? The trees are pretty similar to what we would have up here in Pennsylvania. But there's no hills. So that immediately makes me think of the Midwest. And their streets are just as shitty as ours up here in Pennsylvania. So, I mean, it's gotta be in the north for sure. And you always see buildings like this. That's kind of crazy, isn't it? Just think about that for a second. Detroit back in, I don't know when it was, decades ago, back when Ford was still kicking around, the original Ford. That was the place to be. That city was one of the biggest and brightest cities in the world, or at least in America. And then it just completely gets gutted by, everything that happened there. I don't even know the full history, to be honest, but from what I understand is that a lot of manufacturing left, and there's not nearly as many jobs as there used to be. And then you just have, obviously because of the lack of jobs, you have crime that rises in the area. And then you probably have corrupt politicians and stuff like that. It's really sad, man. I mean, look at this. This used to be, still is sort of like a thriving neighborhood. But, I mean, you don't normally see buildings like that. And there's been a lot of them already. It's, I feel bad. It just makes you think, what happens if that happens in your area for whatever reason? Everyone always thinks the next, what's here right now, whether it be, we don't have that much industry nowadays in America necessarily, but whatever you have in your area that is kind of supporting it economically. Maybe you have a large manufacturer in your area or whatever. Everyone always thinks that stuff's going to be there forever. And then all of a sudden, the next day, it's gone. Even businesses, as far as working in an office space, you might think, oh yeah, they're going to keep this location here forever. And the next thing you find out, they move it to either a different country or a different part of your country. The cost of living is cheaper, so it's cheaper to hire people there. And, it just makes you think, man, this can happen to any town in America, or I guess in the world, really, right? Alright, so this is definitely Detroit. I'm going to 100% say this is Detroit. There's been a lot of different businesses and things in Detroit. Street seems to go on forever. I was kind of hoping to find the city. That way I can sort of pinpoint where I'm coming from. But I have no idea where I'm even at. I'm guessing if I keep going east, I'll run into it, right? Let me just try that for a little bit here. I was hoping maybe to see some kind of commercial building, a big one. What's this here? Looks like a school. Ross Reynolds Field. Home of the Buccaneers. What's the name of the school? Randall Coates Auditorium. How do you say that? Saginaw. I think that's Saginaw or something to that effect. Let me try to find Saginaw Road maybe, or just get a better idea. Detroit's a gigantic place, and the outside of it is too. So I'm wondering if... Oh man, I have no idea. I've never been here. I've never known anybody directly from Detroit. So I don't know what starts where. Let me look right here. Oh, never mind. I was hoping to find one of those little road markers, and I'm sure I passed one or two out already. But I would like to find a road marker just to get an idea. So this is the Beecher High School. Yeah, I don't know. Let me see if I can find a high school. Does it indicate schools on here? I'm guessing it does, right? Eisenhower High School. Stony Creek High School. Okay. Lake Orion. Lots of schools. Okay. I mean, it definitely seems like it's on the outskirts of the area, so I'm gonna guess it's not gonna be too close. Let me try down here. I don't know. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to just make a guess and kind of say right there. Let's see what happens. Again, that's not too bad. That is not too bad. Okay. So where was that school at? I must have traveled pretty far. Either way, I'm pretty happy with that. It's pretty good. Okay. Let's see, this is way different. So already I can see the Rockies. So those are the Rocky Mountains. And they are absolutely breathtaking. I would love to live by a place like that. Like, look how cool that is. That's beautiful. And not much going on around here. The Bar and Ranch, that's a very generic name. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's see. I don't see much here. quite a few minutes of searching, I can't find anything. There doesn't appear to be any type of indicator as to where I'm at in this state. I know I'm at the Rockies, that's for sure, but I have no idea where else I am. So instead of spending more time on that, I'm just gonna give a guess and say Colorado. That's the best I could do. Where am I at? Okay, Utah. Sure. Yeah. Alright, that makes sense. Not so good on that route. I could have spent like a half hour just going through all the roads and probably would have found it, but oh well. Alright, this seems to be a bit more of a vibrant area. Lots of foliage already. I'm getting sort of northeast vibes, but this could very easily be a place like Georgia. I'm looking for an indicator, like a unique looking tree or something. This could be a place like Connecticut. It could also be, I don't know, North Carolina for all I know. Let's see. This could even be Pennsylvania, just the countryside of it. Looking for a way out of all this clutter. I'm definitely thinking northeast. Fall time, leaves are coming off. Big pine trees. Though the pine trees look a little too bare, like the bottom tips of them. I'm not used to seeing that in my area. So I'm gonna guess that this is farther south than Pennsylvania. Like this might be the Carolinas, or maybe even a place like Tennessee. Maybe Ohio even. I don't know, this is a tough one. I'm not seeing any signs or buildings that can help me identify the state yet. So I'm really hoping to get something like that going here. Maybe down here. This seems like a main road. Here we go. What's this? Some type of high school. MacArthur Elementary School. Okay. Farm and ice cream. That's definitely I don't know though. I have no idea what this is. This could be so many states that I've traveled through. It seems pretty flat based on what I can see so far, though. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Oh, what's that? They blurred out so much right there. "508. I have no idea what area code that is. And it's changed drastically to something else. Oh, Massachusetts. Okay, Waltham, Massachusetts. So it doesn't necessarily mean this is Massachusetts. It could be somebody traveling in from, over a state line. But let's find Waltham, Massachusetts. Waltham. There we go. So right outside of Boston. It's a suburb of Boston. So now I have to try to find out. This seems like a sort of a main street, yeah? What street is this? Let's keep going. It went from fall to summer. Alright. I kinda like how it does that. It's like, here's the fall, and then boom. Just shows you how awesome the change of the seasons could be. Alright, what do we got here? Whoops. Where's Walton? Or Waltham? There doesn't look like there's too much here as far as like area of Waltham. And then again, there's no guarantees that this is in Walton as well. But I'm gonna put my guess there. Actually, before I do that, let me just check this little cross street here. Wyman and Smith. 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 Let's see. There's so many roads. Oh man. Does it say what road I was just on? Lincoln Street. Lincoln. Lincoln Street. seen the street I'm looking for and have said, it's right there. Just look right there, Josh. That's all you have to do. The street was right there. You probably passed it by again. Lincoln Street. I wish it would stop doing that. There we go. Oh, man. I could be looking just in a completely wrong part of the state, too. As I said, that truck, though they might reside here, it doesn't necessarily mean that they are working in this area. So it could be just completely going after a red herring. But let's go ahead and guess. I've gotten a new badge. That's pretty cool. Explorer mode. Awesome. Okay, that's not too bad, right? I'll take it. So let's view our summary here. So I did really well for the most part. Especially, I nailed the Pennsylvania one. I was pretty close to Detroit. Obviously, the Massachusetts one was rather close, so was the Florida one. This is the one that got me, though. The Colorado to Utah one. Oh well. So, that is going to be it for GeoGuessr. And here we are now over on Google Earth. And for those of you who had watched the North Sentinel Island video I did, you'll be quite familiar with this screenshot here. The earthquake that was referenced from 2004, the earthquake that in that video came right from this area here, just about this little fault line, and expanded outwards. And I didn't get into too much detail, and I still won't either, but the effects of the tsunami that was created afterwards were even felt over here in Somalia and other parts of Africa, and there was even some high seas and stuff like that down in Australia and things. But this is the Andaman Islands right here. If we dive a little bit deeper, you'll see this is Port Blair that I talked about in the video. It's a big city down there. And outside of Port Blair, all the way over here, is North Sentinel Island. And it kind of just sits alone on the ocean, all by itself in this area. But North Sentinel Island is rather square in shape, and a lot of it changed before the tsunami, or rather before the earthquake. There wasn't all this extra land here. All this was under the water, and these were islands that were sort of encompassing North Sentinel Island. But after the earthquake, they, as you can tell, popped up onto land, basically. There are certain parts like little lagoons and things, but for example, Constance Island is really no longer an island, except for at high tide, and so on. It's a pretty cool place just to, look around at. I examined it for a little while. I was curious. I wanted to find some temporary structures or something like that. I don't know when these screenshots were taken, but I was looking to see if I can find something that was like a hut or, anything of that nature. Maybe some people out on canoes or something, but I couldn't find anything like that. But you'll notice if you're going through this yourself, there is in fact a ship up here on the northern section of the island. This is the Primrose right here. So if you're at the island and you're looking at it, it's pretty much in the northwestern corner. That's the Primrose that you saw in the pictures. It's still there today. And it's something you can see on Google Maps yourself. Pretty cool. And I guess because this was again back in the 1980s, the water levels were actually pretty much pushed up to this tree line here and so on. So when they were initially crashed, the Sentinelese couldn't access them very easily. They had to prepare their canoes and stuff along this line, and they were going to paddle out to go and visit them. However, because of the rough seas that caused them to crash in the first place, the Sentinelese could not get through the water to get to them. And so that's pretty much how that happened. And they were rescued, of course, a week later. Now that this is a lot more land, obviously you can see the Sentinelese have a very clear path to get to the Primrose now. So, yeah. I don't think I mentioned it in the video either, but the Primrose was carrying mostly chicken feed, if I'm not mistaken, and like some basic supplies like that. There was nothing too valuable on the ship. Otherwise, I'm sure the government would have been a little bit more aggressive with, getting whatever it was back, as governments tend to do. But yeah, that's North Sentinel Island. Oh, here's a little sneak peek for one of the future videos. So down here in Antarctica, and I think this is really neat. So if you're looking at it, oh my goodness, if you're trying to follow along, it's like if you look at the western part of Australia and pretty much go northwest from there, you'll eventually find Antarctica, of course, and right here is a very peculiar sight. And you have to really zoom in to get there. But I called this the strange tunnel entrance because I can't explain what that is. I mean, it looks just like a tunnel entrance. There's really nothing else it could be. It has the clear shape of a tunnel. It obviously has some erosion here, and that's pitch black. And this appears to either be some sort of natural cover, or, I mean, you can argue that it's metallic. It looks metallic to me. I don't know. But I have no idea. I have no idea what this thing is. None. So I don't know if any of you have any idea what that tunnel entrance is, or if it is a tunnel. I've seen arguments online that it's just a lava tube that has emerged on the surface with the melting of some of the glaciers and things, which is possible, I guess. So I've seen lava tubes before, but that to me seems more purposely done. It could just be coincidental, but that is so suspicious to me. I have no idea what it is. So yeah, if any of you have any opinions on what that is, please let me know. And I might even make a YouTube short about it as well, just to get a little bit more attention on it and talk about how strange it is. And I'm definitely planning a YouTube video on Antarctica and all the conspiracies and things like that about Antarctica in the near future. So, anyways guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And until next time, I hope you have yourself a wonderful, wonderful morning, or afternoon, or evening. And most importantly, I hope you sleep